Diesel is back. He spent a few months working at the National Railway Museum at York. Although he had some respect to steam engines now, there's an old saying, old habits die hard. He'd arrived at Wellsworth. The station master was waiting. Now that Stanley works on Thomas's branch line, you're the shunting engine. I know that you've been to the National Railway Museum for your own good, but I don't want any of your tricks or selfish needs. Yes, sir, oiled Diesel. And he went about his work. Later that evening, Edward arrived. Well, it's a surprise to see you back again, said Edward. How was your stay at York? Diesel said nothing. Edward wasn't surprised that Diesel's attitude hadn't changed, but he had such a long day and just went to sleep. The next day, a Diesel had arrived from the mainland. A certain Diesel that came to the island of Sodor years ago. Bear was waiting with the Kindly Limited. As he was waiting for the signal to show clear, the Diesel's horn echoed around the station. Bear was surprised to see who it was. You? That's right. Hello, 7101. I still see that this forsaken island is still inhabited with these clanking antiques. I thought you'd be back in England with us modern machines. Bear scowled at D199. Years ago, Diesels were being introduced on the mainland, and him and 199 had come to the Fat Controller's Railway on trial. However, 199 was sent away due to his arrogance and bad performance. The name's Bear now, you dunderhead, and I like it here on Sodor. What are you doing here anyway, spam can? 199 scowled at Bear. When he was on the island, he had broken down and was moaning for a fitter, and the Sigmund had called him the Diesel's nickname as he threatened him with a tin opener. I'm here on a rail tour for Pathfinder tours on the mainland. I'm preserved now. And your attitude hasn't changed in the slightest, muttered Bear, and he rolled away. Later that day, D199 was to take a goods train to the mainland. Some of the mainline engines stayed away from him and his arrogance, but he doesn't care. Who wants to talk to them? At last he was coupled to his train and he rolled away. At Wellsworth, Edward was waiting for 199, while Diesel was doing some shunting. At last, 199 arrived. I could have gone over the hill myself, he boasted. Well, they said your train is heavy, said his driver. Edward was buffered up to 199, and they set off. Now everyone already knows that Edward is an old engine, but it can handle many heavy trains as a banker. But fate can't always be beside him. As they head for the hill, the pressure of the train was hard for Edward to handle. His wheels slipped, until something beneath his wheels broke and he let out a sharp yelp. Edward's driver blew his whistle, telling them to stop. So they did. His crew found out the problem. Your tire is broken. You can't grip the rails anymore, and the steel rim jammed inside of your boiler. Thankfully, we've stopped. But you have to go to the works, said his driver. After Edward was loaded onto a flatbed and was taken to the works, 199 rolled down to Wellsworth. You there, Gronk! Get me up the hill! Diesel scowled, and he rolled to the back of the train. He bumped the train hard, and he rolled away. At Marin, 199 laughed about Edward's misfortune. An old-timer like him is still around. What a stick-in-the-mud controller this railway has. Diesel rolled alongside. Oh, shut up, he scolded. Spancan looked at Diesel. Listen, you're 53 years old and still act like a pompous idiot. I'm only 62 years old, and I was sent away to York for my pompous misbehavior last year. Although I have little respect for steam engines myself, but I think you should know that could happen to you. Like the fat controller told me, grow up and act your age. Many diesels that I know have been boastful to steam engines when they first came, but they like working with them now. Edward had an accident, and you should feel sorry for him. He did nothing wrong. 199 didn't say a word, and he rolled away. and after he left a few days later, Edward came back from repairs. He had heard about Diesel giving his comeuppance to 199. So, you might have some good in you, eh? You're just crazy, Edward.